There tonight, huh? A great environment, beautiful weather for it. Great environment. Like I said, just put 50,000 seats around that field right there. We'll be good. We'll play right in our own backyard. Great atmosphere, great night for a second scrimmage. Probably about ideal conditions. We were able to create some game-like situations for our players with some people in the crowd. I mean, it's a little bit different when you go out there and you scrimmage on the practice field, and that's why I like to change the venue a little bit by moving it like up here to the soccer stadium. Great atmosphere, great venue. Some guys got to get out there with some people sitting there watching them and go play, and we got a great evaluation on a lot of guys. We won about 150 plays tonight. I think it was about 148 plays. So we got some good work out there with our ones, our twos, and our threes. Like I've said this before, every time you throw a touchdown pass, you get excited and go, "Ooh, nice play." Then you say, "Who's the safety?" That was our defense too, that we just went against. So I mean, there were a lot of good plays on both sides of the ball. I think the main thing that showed up to me tonight watching that scrimmage, we got way too many penalties. You know, we had a Big East officiating crew out there today, which is only going to help us. We have them out there so we can our players can understand what penalties are. I mean, what holding is and what defensive pass interference and hands to the face and all those little things maybe that go unnoticed every day on the practice field. But I thought there were way too many penalties, especially on the defensive side of the ball today. From a defensive standpoint, I don't think we started. We were a little flat. I don't think we were quite as emotional as we need to be to play this game defensively early in the scrimmage, but I thought they came back after the halftime, and I thought when it went ones-on-ones, they really turned it up and did some good things. And offensively, a lot of great individual efforts, a lot of guys stepping up. We were able to move the ball a little bit tonight. Like I said before, last week was a personnel scrimmage. This one was a little bit more, where are we on offense and defense? And I thought we did some good things on offense tonight, but we got to get more consistent if we want to be a great offensive football team. We got to keep growing. But a lot of great individual performances. You know, you get a guy that's a fifth-year senior and a guy like B.J. Daniels, with him playing with the comfort level and the poise that he's playing with in the pocket, the way he's playing within the system and the decisions he's making right now. It makes a difference for your offense when you've got a quarterback that's making the type of decisions he is. Some guys are stepping up. The offensive line's playing well, and it was really nice to see some of the running backs come out and the way they ran today, falling forward, making people miss. And it was really nice to see a guy like Andre Davis continue to step up as just a true sophomore in some of the plays that he was able to make for us today. It was really, really positive. But we'll grow from it. We'll learn from it. We'll get back onto the drawing board on Monday when we have the opportunity to watch this film, and we'll practice in shorts on Monday. We'll be in pads or shells on Wednesday, and then we'll have another one of these at Raymond James on the 21st. But I think for the people that had the opportunity to come out and see the scrimmage, I thought it was very well done as far as just everybody being there, the atmosphere, the weather. It was a great atmosphere here on campus.
Sure, the fans walk away and seeing Andre's separation that he got behind the defense. I mean, do you see that too? And not only tonight, but the whole spring, with his ability to get deep and make plays like that?
And this is the coach in me, I see the DB, you know what I mean, who got beat deep. Those are the type of things that I see. Uncontested deep balls we can't allow to happen. You know, the very first one, corner's right on his back, and Andre goes up and just makes a great play down the middle of the field there at the very beginning of the scrimmage. Later in the scrimmage, to run behind a defense, we can't allow people to throw the ball over our heads. We've got to eliminate the big plays, and that puts pressure on those young corners. All of a sudden you look at, I'm excited about Ken Durden, I'm excited about Josh Brown, I'm excited about Fidel Montgomery, but they're all still, you know, they've had 12 days of practice in our defense, and we're going to have to get better in the back end from where we are right now.
Is that the big priority? I mean, moving forward, is getting those guys better?
Well, yeah, from a pass defense standpoint, that was definitely one of them, getting as much scrimmage work as we can for them and seeing the ball in the air. But the other one is just the penalties. I mean, the penalties, I don't know how many drives would have been kept alive today. I had 13 penalties on defense today, which is way too many. I believe we had 2 hands to the head on the quarterback. We had a couple hands in the face mask on our defensive line. We had a couple defensive pass interferences. We had a couple holding calls on our defense in the passing game. Just those are the things that really show up to me glaring that we got to correct.
There's a lot of scoring out there. Anybody on offense stand out to you today?
Just BJ. I thought BJ's poise really did a great job. Andre Davis obviously made a couple catches for us down the field. I really like the way the running backs are running. I think right now Demetrius Murray, Lindsey Lamar, and even Marcus Shaw, I mean, they're really there. We're more explosive there than we were a year ago. With the speed of Marcus Shaw and Lindsey Lamar. Explosive as far as being able to make one miss and create some bigger plays. We didn't have any 80-yard runs or anything like that, but I thought those guys ran hard. They saw the holes well. Again, I think they're playing with patience. They're playing really well. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Talk about Lindsey Lamar specifically and what he brings to the table. I mean, you could see him get loose and break a tackle.
Speed. That's what he brings to the table, a lot of speed. And you look at, I don't know how many times it happened, but I don't know that the first guy tackled him tonight. I mean, just whether it was out and he's on the perimeter in open space or whether he was inside. He's quick as he can be, but he's running physical, he's running hard. He had one play there, ran inside zone and up inside the tackles, which you wouldn't expect from a 165-pound guy, and he pushes the whole pile forward and gains 8. And there was nothing really there. But I think that's why I said I think they're playing with patience and they're playing with confidence, and that they're not just running like in fast forward. They're running, they're seeing the blocks in front of them, they're making good cuts, they're being patient, they're slowing down, waiting for the block to occur and then cutting off of it. They're doing some really good things. I thought the running backs, offensive line did some solid things. I mean, again, there were some good plays, but there were a lot of good things out there today.
Tonight, the latest chapter in the Eveld Floyd battle, just another break in the wall.
No, keep going. I mean, every day will be a competition. That one isn't going to end this scrimmage, and it probably isn't going to end next scrimmage. That is one that'll be to be continued at the end of spring practice. Those guys will keep competing. I thought last week we moved Matt to the second team quarterback. Where he went from 3 to 2 and competing with Bobby, and we slashed him. This week I thought Bobby really responded. I thought he fought back. He got in there, he competed, he protected the ball, he made some really good decisions, some really good throws, and sat in there and made some poised decisions in there. I thought Bobby really had a good night tonight, and Matt did some good things as well. Made one boneheaded play when he threw the ball up on a play action pass on first down when he threw the interception, but outside of that I thought he's making some pretty good decisions as well. It's going to be a great competition with those two.
Skip, I know McFarland had some drops too, but just the jump ball aspect of having him around the goal line, what he brings. He's
big, yes he is. I mean, he's tall, and I think he brings confidence for a quarterback to throw it up. When you look out there and there's one guy standing, a whole head taller than anybody else, it's a whole lot easier to go, okay, I'll throw it to him, rather than when you look out there and see Derek Hopkins, running. I mean, then you better outrun everybody. You better be behind the defense. But yeah, Michael McFarland made a couple nice plays out there. And I keep saying this, I know you guys get tired of me saying it, but I want to see Michael McFarland make the routine play. I want to see him pick up the ground ball to second and throw it first. I want to see him, catch the ball on the flat. I'm not looking for the acrobatic, one-handed, behind the back, over the shoulder, front flip, catch in the end zone. I'm just looking for him to be an every down player and the consistency, and that's where he's got to continue to come. You see flashes of his talent when you see him make some of the plays that he does, the jump ball down on the goal line, things like that, but I want to see him become an every down player that we can trust and count on to play on first, second, and third down.
With a couple of other tight ends being out for the spring, are these younger guys getting a little more look for you guys?
It's great. Michael McFarland is getting a great look. I mean, he is getting a lot of reps, and he's getting better and better with every one, and that's what it takes. I mean, it takes being healthy and coming out here and going out there and working every day. And he's not where he wants to be, but he's working to get to where he wants to be, and that's the thing that's important right now.
All right, guys, we got Kayvon and Bobby ready to go.